You ready, chat? Because it's time for Season 19 Ignite patch notes. Let's do this. Conduit is the new legend that will be dropping with Season 19 tomorrow. Her passive is Savior Speed. She gets a burst of speed when running towards a teammate out of tactical range. Now, from my understanding, in all of the early leaked gameplay, not leaked gameplay, but it was the early access gameplay, she doesn't have a range. It's just infinite. The limit does not exist, okay? The Radiant Transfer is her tactical. Blast your ally with energy. Regenerating temporary shields for them while in danger. From my understanding, it is just that. It is temporary. It can take a basically dead Evo shield that is red all the way back up. But once that time is up, it just goes back away. It will not go negative. So if you were at 0 shields before the temporary shield boost, it will go back to the way it was. Okay, the ultimate. Energy Barricade. Deploy an array of shield jamming devices which damage and slow enemies. The shield jamming devices are out in a line. I'm not sure what that radius will be. We'll look at it in the firing range tomorrow, so that will be exciting. Ignite map rotation. The following maps will be available for public matchmaking in the Battle Royale mode. Broken Moon. I'm sorry for you guys. Olympus and Storm Point. So no Kings Canyon, no World's Edge. I'm sure you guys got enough of them in the Trick or Treats Trios mode. Storm Point map update. This is what I'm most excited about. We already saw a lot of the POI changes. We've already talked about them. You'll see them in my past video and in my upcoming video that I did with Dia. So yeah, yay, Broken Moon. I see all the hype. I see all the hype. It's not a bad map rotation. So most people are going to get sick of Broken Moon. But to be fair, like, I just want to grind out in Promenade. If I don't know where the fight's at, I'm heading Promenade. New in-match notifications. Also, why do they have to call out the spiders? They might as well just put in SPIDERTIFF here. A new feature that launched during Resurrection is live in-game notifications for banned players. This notification will appear in the kill feed when a player in your current match has been removed. This alert will only be triggered by our anti-cheat systems and will not display when someone quits a match, loses connection, or is kicked for AFK. Perfect. Because that's why you keep seeing disconnected player. They just instantly die and leave. So GG, go next. Ranked. This is what I'm most curious about. And I will say that I did not play any ranked during Season 19. I think I was D2 or D3 the season prior, where things were a little bit easier. But I just had no motivation to grind after my placement matches. So I'm pretty sure that I am bronze. So in Season 19, players will enter a promotional trial state when they reach the peak of their tier. During a trial, LP losses and gains are frozen, allowing the player to focus on completing the trial. I think another game had something similar to trials, but I don't think they still do. I think it was a phase and then they got rid of it. But I respect that Apex keeps tweaking their ranked system to try and find something that is going to work. However, we'll find out more about how this works tomorrow. Completing the conditions of a trial within the given match count limit, either by winning a game or completing the alternative, will allow promotion into the next tier with a 250 LP promotional bonus. Failing to complete the trial within the match limit results in the trial ending in a loss of LP based on the player's performance. Trials are time limited to 5 matches, increasing by 1 game each time a player fails and then re-enters the same trial up to a max of 10 retries. Okay. Sure. Promotional trials are skipped during provisional matches. So wait, there's promotional trials and provisional matches? Trial tier, rookie bronze. That's what I'm going to be in because I didn't play ranked. Main condition, win a game. Sure. Alternative condition. During the trial, 3 times top 10 placements. I can do that. Get 3 kills and assists. I can also do that. Okay, so at least they have alternative conditions. Okay, so the main condition is win a freaking game. Just win one, okay? Just do it. We'll see how it goes. If you missed our recent Reddit dev team update, we've made some tuning adjustments for Ignite's ranked, increasing the amount of rating bonus given to help players ranking up to catch up their next skill bracket. Okay, so the thing is, like, I wasn't getting bonus points. It didn't matter if I was getting kills at a point in time. This is what turned me off from ranked last season. I got 0 skill, 0 bonus. If I got any kills, they were just like, congratulations, we're only giving you LP. I'm like, dude, what do you mean? What do you mean? Reduce the bonus that is withheld and thus the difficulty of climbing. Okay. Regardless, we'll see. We'll see tomorrow on ranked how I feel about it. Patch notes, cross progression will be rolling out. That was the big announcement specifically during that gameplay trailer. So congratulations. Hollow sprays can now be deployed while skydiving. We already talked about that. I'm gonna spam it, I guess. Balance updates. This is what I was curious about because I didn't necessarily get to see this with the initial changes that were dropped earlier on. Crafting rotation. RE45 and 3030 are back on the floor. R301 and Volt enter the crafter. What do you mean? What do you mean my loadout? What do you mean? What do you mean? That's okay. I guess I'm playing the flatline. I guess I'm playing the flatline more. That is criminal. Absolutely shameless of the devs there. I'm gonna live in the crafter. Where are we dropping? Where's the nearest crafter? Okay. Boosted loader is removed from crafting rotation. Digi threat optic removed from crafting rotation. No longer do we have to deal with pros and ALGS losing on Digi Day. I'm proud. I'm proud. Do not forget it's Digi Day because it's not even possible anymore. Hammer point rounds added to the crafting rotation. Yes, yes. So we know that someone can run their hammer points on Mozambiques. I love that for you. Tiff on crafter. Care package weapon rotation. L-Star is going to return to the floor. They're removing the disruptor rounds. Projectile size reduced. Improved recoil pattern. Reduced randomness. Damage increased. Okay. Barrel attachment improved. Sure. We're going to have a lot of people running the L-Star. Wingman enters the care package. So from my understanding, Wingman is going back to the original setting that it was back in season 0, back when the game started. Wingman is back. New hop up. Skull Piercer Elite ignores helmet headshot damage reduction. Okay. Just got to hit my shots now. Boosted loader hop-up attachment. Base damage increased to 50, was 45. Projectile size increased in 110 ammo. Honestly, cracked. Cracked. Care packages will now always have one weapon at all stages of the game. That's actually crazy. That's going to be a big change. Because during mid-game, I would usually only find weapons in the care package early game and end game, and it was like purple shields mid-game. But this is a big difference. We'll see this in comp have a big effect, I think. Gold weapon rotations. Havoc RE45 Car, L-Star, and Longbow. I like it. Hop-ups, boosted loader removed from floor loot. Turbocharger removed 1 damage reduction when equipped. Okay, okay. Weapons, 30-30 repeater, increased hipfire spread. Fair enough. I can't hipfire the 30-30 to begin with anyways. Bow check, faster initial draw speed. Select fire button now toggles shatter caps. Tighten shatter caps blast pattern. Perfect. Charge rifle, improved bullet drop ballistics, increased projectile size. I'm gonna have to play with that. Ever since they initially reworked the charge rifle, I haven't been the biggest fan and I haven't spent the time to learn the bullet drop. Now that it's not hit scan, I just was kind of like, yeah, GG's. I won't be that person. Hemlock, damage reduced to 21 was 22. I think this is a fair nerf. I think people are still going to use it. It's not going to make that much of a difference if someone's hitting their shots, whether they kill me just as easily or not. Longbow DMR, increased projectile size. Sure. Sentinel, increased amped shot projectile size. Okay. I love a good Sentinel charged up, let me tell you. Legends. Bangalore, double time reduced duration to 2 seconds was 3 seconds. Minimal. Smoke launcher, smoke lifetime reduced to 18 seconds was 23 seconds. 18 seconds is still a good chunk of time. It still gives you enough time to hit a res, and it covers enough distance for you to rotate through a relatively open space or to get to safety. The stun duration was reduced to 6 seconds, was 8 seconds. 8 seconds was pretty long and made it honestly broken in my opinion. So the 6 seconds I think is fair. I think if you're playing Bangalore, you're still going to be playing Bangalore. It's not going to change much for you. You're just going to have to kind of make a little tweak about it. But the double time being 2 seconds versus 3. Okay, well, I just remember the one time double time yeeted me off the map. So GG, go next. Maybe it won't happen this time. Catalyst, piercing spikes. Core no longer blocks projectiles, allowing bullets to pass through. Okay. Max in-world count reduced to 2 was 3. Throw range decreased by about 50%. Wow, they really don't want Catalyst anymore, huh? I still think people will find a way to utilize Catalyst because they're not necessarily throwing their spikes super far if they're barricading in a space. Like if you're playing heavy zone and you want to kind of anchor down in a building, you're using those piercing spikes on doors to play around them. But for teams that are looking to be aggressive with Catalyst and basically hit a bunch of damage on an enemy that's in the open and they like duck behind a rock for cover, typically a Catalyst is going to throw its piercing spikes over to try and maybe finish it off or prevent them from peeking. So yeah, I can see that version of the Catalyst player having some issues with the throw range, but other than that, you're just gonna have to think a little bit more, I guess, on being a little more precautious about where you want to use your piercing spikes. Dark Veil. Cooldown now starts after the wall comes down. Reduced lifetime to 25 seconds was 30 seconds. I think this is fair. I think it's fair. But the piercing spikes is a bigger change than the Dark Veil. The 5 seconds, I mean, it's just when you think of end game situations with a bunch of catalysts and it's all who can withstand the longest on throwing up their cat wall to prevent people shooting at them. Yeah. Passive updates. Pathfinder's insider knowledge can now scan care packages after allies have already scanned them. Interesting. So he'll still get his ult if someone has already scanned it. I like it. Wraith's voices from the void reduced look time required to trigger. Feels more reliable. We'll wait to see how that works. Sometimes I get shot and Wraith is just like, sorry, I had no idea. And I'm like, but that's my passive. Ultimate updates. Newcastle's castle wall. Reduced recovery time on landing. Good, because let me just tell you, you get hit like a brick wall upon landing for a second. Increased max leap height. How high though? How high? Because I thought he already jumped pretty high, so we'll see how that goes. Revenant's Forged Shadows reduced time extension window for assist to 3 seconds was 30 seconds. Okay, that was absolutely broken. That's a broken time. That's a huge difference. Vantage's Sniper's mark bullet count increased to 6 was 5. Okay, cool. Tell Ashton Path is meta. Yeah. Maps. Olympus addressed a number of bugs and rat spots. They're constantly looking for rat spots. Addressed known exploits to get onto the map. Thank you. Kings Canyon addressed multiple rat spots. Perfect. Thank God. Addressed a number of bugs and rat spots. Fixed geo holes in world. World Systems players now respawn with the shields and what? I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. Players now respawn with the shields and weapons they had when they were eliminated. Well, what do you mean? I had a red Evo and Kraber. Give me it back. Body shield and helmet level are preserved. Perfect. Knockdown shield is reset to white. Great. Great. We're not going to reset your body shields or your helmet, but the knockdown shield, we're resetting it. And you can't have your backpack. You won't get it. Let's see. Inventory will contain some ammo for the weapons, 2 syringes, and 2 shield cells. Weapons are maintained unless that weapon was a care package weapon and all weapon attachments are removed. Okay, so you can't respawn with your Kraber. Great. But if you had an R9 and a flatline, you're coming back with it with no attachments. But you're getting ammo though. Replicator, ring console, and survey beacon spawn rates have returned to being even. Yeah, this will encourage solo players to maybe prioritizing the res. The way I look at it in ALGS comp, people that like to play crypto, those end game crypto respawns with the Mobies, yeah, we'll see it. Kashera? I don't know if Kashera is going to play crypto, but you think of the times when Kashera has had some of the craziest reses in the end games, that's where that would be. Modes, mixtape, mapped rotation, control, caustic treatment, and siphon are out. Barometer and production yard are in. Gun run, TDM, bug fixes, closed an exploit that allowed players to survive ring damage longer than expected using the phase runner. Perfect. Death boxes can no longer fall into unreachable areas or lava. I kind of like that. Heat shields can no longer stick to tridents. Okay. Fair enough. I see you guys in ranked. Heat shields no longer provide protection above them on higher ground. Holster weapon UI no longer appears when healing outside the ring. Knockdown shield FX no longer remains on while spectating. Longbow's Dawn's Awakening skin no longer has visible barrel with scopes. Nemesis's Demon Whisper skin no longer obstructs player views. Provisional badge icon restored on ranked match. Okay. Sure. Rarity display now updates after equipping. Revenant now faces direction he is shooting in third person view. Okay. I don't play Revenant enough to know. Skydiving into an exiting respawn dropship will no longer propel the player along with it. Squad sorting now consistent with HUD and inventory. Swapping to lower tiered armor after taking damage no longer requires refreshing the death box. Audio resolved rare cases where the priority system would kill certain local player weapon sounds at an incorrect time. Interesting. Interesting. Audio. Interesting. Graphics. Fixed squads animated poses sometimes ghost slightly on each other. All right. Great. Tacticals no longer canceled when thrown on a tower near containment. Sure. Mirage. Resolved not breaking cloak sometimes when switching weapons. Revenant apparently had a ton of bugs. Assassin's Instinct. Digi-threats now highlight enemies after being highlighted by Assassin's Instinct. Fixed cases where enemies were not being highlighted correctly. Highlight no longer interferes with other legend highlights. Highlight now applies to Mirage decoys. Forward Shadow Shroud no longer gets stuck on indefinitely. Watson fences now collapse when the round ends, preventing ongoing damage audio in post-match screen. Couple quality of life changes. Added off-screen portrait setting. Restored shield crack VO in German. Here you go, gamer. Here, this one's for you. We restored the shield crack VO in German. Firing range. Blue Nessie stays hidden for now, but a new challenger has appeared. Oh, so there's a red Nessie. There is a red Nessie confirmed. Find the red Nessie. Implemented additional security measures, improved PC controller support. Don't play controller. Easy as that. Just MNK superior. Assists are now awarded for assisted kills by all teammates. Ping enemies on the map. Okay. Rampart players can now pick up their amped walls while in placement mode. Revenant add vibration support. Localized audio is being moved out of the base game package on PlayStation. Whatever. Just okay. Audio. Well, anyways, season 19 patch notes. What do we think, guys? What do we think? What do we think?